Hello, hello. Can you hear us? Would you say something, Sekishi, so I can test here?
Sure. Hello.
Ah, you blew me away. Wow. Okay. Very good. Hello, Onkai. Lovely. Good. Okay. Very good.
Actually, I'm doing an experiment today because the Mokugyo is so loud it like makes our voices disappear.
Especially Kyonin.
I've got a big cloth to cover up the Mokugyo and kind of maybe mute it a little bit.
Yeah. Good subject with Kyonin showing up here. We were talking about, first off, work on your pronunciation. It's not Mokugyo. It's, we have a Japanese native speaker. How do you say Mokugyo? Yeah, so would you give us a loud pronunciation? How do you pronounce this? Mokugyo. Okay, wait a second. Gotta get her close here. Come here. Say Mokugyo, please.
Mokugyo.
What you got?
Mokugyo.
Mokugyo. Everybody got that? Mokugyo. Okay, not Mokugyo. Mokugyo. Thank you.
Mokugyo.
Speaking of which, I got a dust over there too. Speaking of which, Kyonin, I was going back to our Zazenkai for 3-4 years ago, and you still had that problem. Every time you do your Mokugyo, we can't hear you. So please either really stop hitting the Mokugyo or get your mouth closer to the microphone when you are doing the Ino. Okay?
It's my microphone. I need to get a new one probably.
Okay, well, but when you're not hitting the Mokugyo, you sound pretty good, right?
Well,
yes.
It's from Zoom has it's running what's called a compressor. So it makes loud sounds quiet and quiet sounds loud. Is the way it's supposed to work. But I think what's happening is the Mokugyo is so loud.
He said Mokugyo. He said Mokugyo. Mokugyo.
Mokugyo. Anyway, today I'm trying covering that thing, the wooden fish, with a cloth. So.
Hello, Dustin. Good to see you. Very good. Okay. Well, whatever you do, try to keep your mouth the closest and loudest to the microphone when you're doing your Ino chants, please. Yeah. Hello, Anna. Good to see you. I'm surprised anybody was here at all because I really messed up the time this time. I announced daylight savings time and then forgot to change the time. And then Anna, we have no idea what time it is in Australia. I was just telling Ms. Kay here that you have 5 time zones, 3 of which have daylight savings time, 2 of which do not, 1 of which goes back a half hour. The other ones go back an hour, but it's the wrong direction because winter is summer.
And I don't know myself what's happening, so it was kind of potluck whether I made it.
What time is it there now?
It's 11 a.m.
Okay, all right. And there is a part of Australia that only jumps a half hour?
Oh, you probably know more about it than I do, Jindo. I'm a bit of a passenger here in Queensland, and we're a little bit behind. The farmers here pick up a fuss and say that daylight saving is not a good thing or something like that. So, hey, whatever. I made it.
Well, Japan doesn't change at all, right? So the sun comes up here about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just really, and then it gets dark about 6. No, 6 o'clock at night now. Yeah. So. Okay, well, I guess we're about ready to go. Good to see you, Dustin. Can you hear okay? Yeah, okay, good. All right. Who is the Ino today? Okay, good. Very good. All right, well, let me get started here. Oh, the light was over here. Ready to go? Okay. Well, lovely. Good to see everyone. As I said, I'm surprised everyone is here because I somehow announced daylight savings, which doesn't change in Japan, but then I forgot to change it for everybody. And then we figured out Anna's in Australia, where apparently it goes the other direction from the rest of the world and only in parts of Australia. But everyone here, other people who will be showing up in about an hour, I don't know. Oh, here's my daughter bringing the tea. 1 second. Hello, daughter. You're not going to give me a karate chop, are you? Okay, okay. My daughter, oh boy, she just did. My daughter started studying karate lessons last night and decided she learned so much. She was great with the punching, so practiced on me all night. All right. Hello, Brad. Good to see you. So next week, I would like to announce that we have so many people, including most of our priests, who have bad backs and various health conditions, ear issues, this and that, and just aches and pains. And plus, we're 100 years old. And for that reason, many of us, it's just fine to, do Zazen in the lion's pose, or even sometimes to stand up. And Ms. K today, too. Yeah? Yeah. She's... I told you too, if you get tired, you can just take it easy. So next week, out of Anna, I've seen you reclining your Zazen. The rest of us, think that, oh, you have to sit in the lotus position or some way. Absolutely not. So next week, we are having a lion's pose Zazenkai where everybody, and I mean everybody, no sitting upright. We are all reclining in the lion's pose. Everybody, okay? And that includes the chanting. I'm going to be chanting lying down right here, okay? And so that is our for next week. And we'll talk more about it when the time comes. In the meantime, everybody is here. All the folks at home, good to see you. Ms. Kay? And we will have a good sit today. If you've been here before, you know what to do. And if it's your first time, just follow along. Let's go.
The heart of the perfection of great wisdom. Sutra. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, awakened one of compassion in Prajna Paramita, the deep practice of perfect wisdom. Perceive the emptiness of all five conditions and was free of suffering. O Shariputra, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness no other than form. Form is precisely emptiness, emptiness precisely form. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. O Shariputra, all things are expressions of emptiness, not born, not destroyed, not stained, not pure, neither waxing nor waning. Thus emptiness is not form, not sensation nor perception, not formation nor consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of consciousness, no ignorance, no end to ignorance, no old age and death, no cessation of old age and death, no suffering, nor cause or end to suffering, no path, no wisdom, and no gain, thus bodhisattvas live this prajna paramita with no hindrance of mind, no hindrance, therefore no fear, far beyond all delusion. Nirvana is already here, all past, present, and future Buddhas live this prajna paramita and realize supreme and complete enlightenment. Therefore know that prajna paramita is the sacred mantra, the luminous mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, by which all suffering is clear. This is no other than truth. Therefore set forth the prajna paramita mantra. Set forth this mantra and proclaim gate, gate, pada samgate, bodhi, sowaka. Hanya Shin-gyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now, and reciting the heart of the perfection of Great Wisdom Sutra. We dedicate our
Take a
sincere...
moment. Wait. Take a moment. Go ahead. Okay.
We dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, honored one, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Eihei Dogen, honored one, Soji Keizan, honored one, all successive honored ones up until Zuigaku Rempo, honored one, and Gudo Wafu, honored one, and to all other honored ones throughout history, male and female honored ones whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, To all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times, we especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all people, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha Prajna Paramita.
Zazen? Gonna face the wall today or? Gonna Want a blanket or anything? Okay. Inhale. だけ食べるね。I'll be back. Okay. Okay, ready to sit some more? Okay. Oh, I'm late. We will have Zazen and a little talk. Oh, we're late. We're late. That's actually the subject of our talk. Can you hear okay? All right. Zazen. Want me to close the door? Are you okay? I think it's okay. We're late. We're late. So sorry, I started Zazen a little late today because it suddenly got cold. And I decided to open our fireplace here, turn on the heater. 寒くなったからね。だからちょっと時間かかりました。遅くなりました。And in the Zen temple, like Eiheiji, Master Dogen's time, that was actually a special day, special ceremony. And they would have a special talk by Master Dogen. I'm going to read a couple for opening the fireplace. And it said it was on the first day of the 10th month, which I thought, oh, actually, that's pretty early. That's October 1st. But no, of course, they were on the lunar calendar. So that was probably like, itsu, ne? mukashi no 10月、12月, maybe December, something like that. So, November? Okay, so we're right on time. She says the old calendar, the 10th month was November. So we're about right. But they were way up in the mountains. We're at the foot of the mountains and there's global warming and everything. So who knows what's going on? But sometime they had this ceremony. And then I thought, we were also kind of confused today because I forgot to change the time for the daylight savings time. So some people maybe will be showing up later and wondering why we're already finished with Zazen. Europe started to change time a couple of weeks ago, and then North America this week. And Australia, we figured out that they don't even know what time it is. And it's going the kind of the wrong direction because their summer is winter and winter is summer. Actually, I should say we're going in the wrong direction. They're going in the right direction, of course. All directions are right. And that's kind of my point of this story is what's the right time? How can you be late? The amazing thing about if you go to a Zen temple now, 今のね、お寺に行くと、例えば永平寺ね、みんな時計持っているから、時間通りにね、何でも始まります。calendar と時間通り。They all have modern calendars at places like Eiheiji and now a mechanical clock. So Kyonin probably saw this when he was at Eiheiji a few weeks ago. But now if you go to Zen temple in Japan, everything starts right on time and on the right date. Everything is scheduled. If they say they're getting up at 4 o'clock, they get up at 4 o'clock. The alarm goes off. And if they're starting Zazen at 2 o'clock, they start Zazen at 2 o'clock. But it wasn't like that in the old days. So I often wondered, what was it like before the mechanical clock? Before the trains came and we had mechanical clocks, every city, every town kind of had its own time. 時間はね、決まっていなかったね。200年前. So for example, they would sit to Zazen for the length of one incense stick. Osenko no ippon ne, Zazen no nagasa. But how long was that? All my incense, sometimes it seems it burns short, sometimes it seems it burns long. And how did the tenzo, the cook, know what time to bring out the meal and how long, every day is changing? How did they know what time it was? And the guy who gets up in the morning, 4 o'clock, he rings the bell to wake everybody up. Now in the Zen temple, his alarm clock goes off and he gets up exactly at the time and he does his bows and he grabs the bell and he wakes everybody up right on time. But how did he know, 500 years ago to get up on the right time? I asked that question once at the Zen temple and they said, they're not sure because they think there was another guy who stayed up all night to wake up that guy. But, in those days, they were kind of more sensitive to exactly how much light is coming up in the sky and the sound of the rooster. Koki-do-do-do. How do roosters sound in Japan? It's different from, we say cock-a-doodle-doo. What do you say? Koki-koki-koko. I always get this wrong. What is it? Tori no nakigoe. Koki-koki-koko. Something like that in Japanese. Roosters sound different than back in America. I'm sure it's different in every country, but they probably listened very closely, so they knew about daitai, about. That's the Japanese expression. About what time it was and about what day it was. I'm sure they knew the day, kind of, but it wasn't just so important. But now we run, everything has to be right on time. When is the wrong time? I guess I'm getting to the point of my story. My story is running long. I'm taking a lot of time with this, you see, wasting everybody's time. So what's the point? I guess every time is just that time. Ne? Nanji demo, nanji. Master Dogen liked to take interrogative question words and make it a definition. So he'd say nanji in Japanese means what time? And he'd change it into yes, nanji desu. Yes. What? The time that's what? just this time. ね、何時は、いや、何時です。It's this time. この時間。この時間はこの時間。This time is this time. There's no bad time. You have a sick time, you have a healthy time, you have a young time, you have old time, you have morning time, night time, hungry time, eating time. その時はその時。That time is that time. Maybe a koan would be, what time is it if the clock has no hands? 時が針がないと何時ですか? 針がない時なら何時ですか? What time is it on the clock with no hands? Or at the center of the center of the center of the spinning hands of the clock, it doesn't move. What time is it there? 針の中心の中心の中心ね、動けない。動けない時には何時ですか? That's a Zen, you know, something about moving time, but beyond time. And every time is just that time. Yeah, young time, old time, sick time, healthy time, morning time, spring time. What is that Korean movie? There's a Korean Zen movie. What is it? Spring, summer, fall, winter, or fall, summer? Doesn't matter. Because it'll constantly repeat, so you can't get the title wrong. You get it? Fall, spring, summer, fall, winter. If I say fall, summer, fall. Master Dogen also said, Dogen Zenji said, it's a mistake to think that, what is it? I'm going to get this wrong too. Summer becomes fall, or it's a mistake to think that fall becomes winter and winter here it is. It's a mistake to think that winter becomes spring. Haru wa ne, fuyu wa ne, haru ni narenai. Because he said, winter does not become spring because fall is fall with its own past and future. And spring is just spring with its own past and future. When it's fall, it's just fall. And when it's spring, I got it all backwards. You know what I mean. And when it's winter, it's just winter. And when it's summer, it's just summer. Yeah? So fall does not become winter. Fall is just fall. Leaves fall, ne? Ki no konoha, ne, ochiru dakedo, ochiru tokoro wa nai. Leaves fall in the fall, but there's no place to fall. Ha ha ha. Leaves are on the tree. That's the leaves on the tree time. Leaves fall from the tree. That's the leaves fall from the tree time, right? So, okay, so since we just had our ceremony to open the stove, which also, unlike the old days when they had the real wooden and coal stove, I've got an electric oil heater here that is all computerized, and you'll hear it when it runs out of oil. It sings Elvis Presley, "Love Me Tender." You've all been, you remember that. You'll hear that this year. It goes da 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 when it's running out of oil. It's all highly high tech now, but in Dogen's time it wasn't like that. Ne? 私の人はね、ちゃんとコンピューターが入ってるからね、灯油が少なくなると、エルヴィス・プレスリーの音がしますけど、昔は違う。So let me read a couple of the Master Dogen's declarations, his talks, his little talks from the Eihei Kodoku for opening the heater. Let me see. This talk, there's no date. Or is there a date? No. But, oh yes, 1251. Dharma Hall Discourse for opening the furnace in the year 1251. Master Dogen drew a circle with his whisk in the air. You know, he made a big enso in the air and said, this is Eihei. His name was Eihei of Eiheiji, right? Master Dogen. This is Eihei's vast furnace. If you meet it, your eyebrows and beard will fall out. If you destroy it, every drop of water will turn to ice. At this very time, how is it? Then he said, the fire boys race forward, and I laugh heartedly at Master Dansha, greedy for the fire. I believe that's a reference to a famous koan that is about the fire boy looks for fire, you know. That means you're looking for something that's already here. Oh, and this is also the story of Master Dansha, you know, the famous story that he was cold one night in a Buddha temple and there was nothing to burn. So he took the wooden Buddha statue and he burned it for heat, you know. I hope we don't get that point. Yeah. Aru o yume no bosan, sumui wa ne, sono mokuzai no butsuzo, kaji de tsukute atatamita. Yeah, yume na hanashi. Okay, here's another one. Which is this one? Let's see. Ooh, what did I do with it? Opening the fireplace. In the year 1242. Today the furnace opens its great mouth and widely expounds various sutras in sequence. It accomplishes the training of cold ashes and iron persons, and like the burning embers, every bit of heart before our eyes is red. その暖房をつけると何でもつける。自分の心はもう火事になる。パワーが与える。そういう感じね。その、furnace はね、お経を歌っている。そういう意味。ね。So the furnace is reciting the sutras and burns up everything in the whole universe, right? And every bit of heart before our eyes is also red. Okay, that kind of thing. Anyway, boy, I've taken up a lot of time with this talk. Sorry. I wasn't watching the clock. I have a clock here. I wasn't looking. I spent too much time. Okay. 時間の無駄。ごめんなさい。座りましょう。 The clock says it's now time for the verse of atonement and the 4 vows. Sorry, trying to hurry. Even those talks, Master Dogen, back in the year 1251, he would not have thought of it as 1251. It would have just been whatever it was, right? Okay. One second, I'm all caught here. Okay, good.
All harmful words, thoughts, and acts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind. Now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way not attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way not attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way not attainable.
Okay, good. Okay, to the few people who may have shown up completely at the wrong time because I posted the wrong time, remember the wrong time is the right time. And the wonderful thing about our Sangha is you can now go back and catch it because it's all recorded. So now sit the first part a second and the second part first. Plus, everybody, please this week spend a little time on with the clock with no hands and the calendar with no pages. Okay, don't forget that. All right, for us it's tea time. We're gonna have a little tea, and we'll see you all next time. You see how I worked that in? Okay. See you guys. Bye bye.